Alright, my international boys, today we're talking about another movie, 2021's Ouija Japan. This is from a first-time director, Masaya Kato. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I wasn't familiar with any of the people in this film. If you go to the IMDb page, it is full of white squares, so like everybody that is pretty much in this film is known for this, except for one person. Alright, so this movie is about a lady named Karen. She is married to a guy who is Japanese. They live in Japan. Her Japanese is not too good. She and a group of other housewives and one house husband are planning a trip. I guess that's something people do in Japan. It's kind of like a work retreat, but it's for housewives. So these housewives are going to go to this like temple looking thing where they're gonna camp, or at least they're under the guise of camping, but really they're just kind of having a little weekend. But they're supposed to be there surveying the land for the kids camping, but we don't ever see any kids. Karen's Japanese is not that good, and she didn't even want to go on this trip. She just accidentally said she would. Karen doesn't really get along with a lot of the other housewives. I think the inability to have the proper dialogue leads to a lot of people talking behind her back, or just not liking her for foreigner or racist reasons. She has one friend, an ally, who agrees to go on this trip with her, so she won't be alone. Good friend. So pretty much as soon as they get to where they're going on this trip, settled in for the night, they start playing a Japanese version of the Ouija board, which consists of just kanji and numbers written on a piece of paper. Real childish stuff. But so are the people. They're acting like third graders, and in this process of being little bitchy bullies, they somehow anger the spirit of the town, the fox spirit, because they take a coin from his donation basket to play their game with as like the token you would move around. I don't know what the real thing is called in a Ouija board. Oh shit, it's called a planchette. How the fuck would I know that? I barely could spell Ouija. O-U-I-J-A? Nailed it. So the really weird stuff about this is this fox spirit, which is pretty much just like a person in a kimono with a sword and a fox mask. What's weird is how futuristic this guy is, or girl, I guess it's a girl. She has an app. Yeah, an app. The spirit alerts them all that they are now in its game. Updated on their phone is this app that is keeping track of how many people are still alive, and only one person's gonna make it out. You have to kill someone in a given time period, or she will randomly select somebody and kill them herself. So here's where it gets kind of interesting. As people die, features get unlocked in this app that allow them to do things. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on what those things are because that is the twist and that is what is interesting about this film. So the concept itself, I do like. I do think it is interesting. Where I think this kind of falls flat for me, the lines I think are written by somebody in Japan, so when they're said in English, they sound like disingenuous, unauthentic.
I'll fight whatever it is in my way. I always have, and I won't stop now.
And it could just be that they also had a pool of actors that could speak Japanese and English, and in the B-movie world that might be a small Venn diagram of people. I'm not sure. I do hear that people across the world all speak English, but maybe they all aren't actors too. Once it got into the swing of the movie, I did think it was fun, but like ultimately the chore of getting to where the stuff got good, this is kind of like a worse version of Battle Royale, and if I had the same amount of time free, I'd probably just watch that movie. I do like the concept, and I do think that you could take this exact thing and like restructure it a little bit. It seems weird to mix this app thing and like a demon oni, whatever. I think that those seem to be not necessarily related, and I don't know where they cross. So it's a bit of a stretch to start out with, and that with the kind of weak script and the dodgy acting kind of makes me not fully endorse this film. I do think it was fun. At certain times I did laugh at certain things that happened. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I do take a laugh wherever I can get it. This movie will come out mid-October 2021. I was fortunate to get a screener, so I would say you could check this one out. I think probably better in a group watch. Solo was a little bit of a slog. I did see myself occasionally checking my phone, which is always the mark of quality. This is a Prime film, so you can check it out on October 19th on Amazon Prime, which we've already established everybody has. Alright guys, that's all I have to say about this film. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire. We'll see you next time, and
just daggers. You know that he's the sharpest in the shed with content so killer that he left them all for dead. Yeah, cause like I said, no, he don't do this just for fun. Never stop until the top because he's going #1. Just daggers, always cutting through the competition. Everybody listen, homie, he came up here on a mission. Got him wishing that he could take a break to stunt, but the point's to stay sharp, never going blunt. Just daggers, just daggers, just daggers, just daggers, just daggers, just daggers, just daggers. It's on point, cause you know he stays sharp. Just daggers, just daggers, just daggers, just daggers,